Welcome to The Drive, your commute-sized podcast powered by the West Des Moines Chamber of Commerce and ITA Group. In the time it takes to get across the metro, you'll gain fresh insights from Iowa's top leaders, CEOs, innovators, and changemakers who are shaping the future of business. I'm your host, Katherine Harrington, and each week we'll explore leadership, loyalty, and the big ideas that keep our region moving forward. Well, hello, everybody. Thank you for being on The Drive, a brand new podcast powered by the West Des Moines Chamber of Commerce and ITA Group. We are a commute-sized podcast where leadership meets inspiration in about 15 to 20 minutes, just how long it takes you to get around the metro, right? So thank you for all for being here. I'm so excited today. We are with Melissa Ness, who is the beautiful, proud president and CEO of Connectify HR. So Melissa, hello.
Hello.
How are you today?
I am so good, and even better that I get to spend time with you.
Oh my gosh. We're batching.
Yeah, we planned this.
Black and white on. I've got my sparkles. So this is
I always love your sparkles.
Episodes of The Drive. So excited. So a little bit about Connectify HR. Tell us about Connectify HR and what do you all do and how you serve the community and your clients.
Yes. Yeah. So Connectify HR is a PEO, which stands for Professional Employer Organization. Really simply put, what we do is we do payroll, HR, benefits, 401k, HR technology for small to mid-sized companies. We are the only locally owned and operated PEO in Iowa, and I'm super proud of that. I'm also super proud of the amount we give back to the community. So part of Inception was we wanted to build this to last in and for the community. And we knew we should probably measure that just to make sure our intentions turned into action. So we give $3 and 3 minutes back of service back to the community for every employee we serve every year. We've already reached 55 organizations since our inception, which we're in our 5th year right now. So just super proud and grateful for all of that.
Wow, that's incredible. And what are some of those organizations that you support? That's really cool. I didn't know that.
So many, yes.
Okay.
I mean, LSI and Habitat for Humanity. I mean, the list goes on. ChildServe. I mean, there's so many. By Degrees is a great, I mean, there's so many. And, as you know, we're so fortunate in this community to have so many great nonprofits and organizations that lift up all of us. And so we want to give back and support them.
Isn't that incredible? And I heard a stat last night. Mike McCoy from NCMEC mentioned a stat that United Way keeps kind of track of giving across the USA. And they said that the Greater Des Moines area is in the top 3 most giving for all of the nonprofits per capita. Isn't that? So that just is a really testament to how great our region is and how much they care about helping others. Well, the Chamber we love working with Connectify HR. We are a proud client. We love working with you. I think we've been working with you maybe over a little over a year now and just enjoy the service so much. So I'm a proud customer. I'm happy to say that. So
thank you for saying that. We love working with you and your team.
Oh gosh. How many employees do you have, Melissa?
Almost 30.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, love it. And then woman-owned too, right?
What's that?
Woman-owned.
Yes.
Amazing.
Yeah, women-founded. We also get to lean into amazing vendor partners that help bring subject matter expertise in addition to those 30 employees. So in things like technology and 401k and benefits. And so that helps us a lot, really just make sure we have the best experts for our clients as possible in all these different areas we serve. Okay, so cool. Yeah. So tell us a little bit about you, Melissa. Tell us about your leadership journey and where you are today. Oh gosh, that's a long, windy journey. I love leadership. It is the lifeblood that fuels me. I love watching people grow and lifting them up. And so I didn't know that when I started out, though. I think like most people, I thought I would do one thing and ended up doing another. I went to school for accounting because I loved, math problems. Cool. Not really hard ones, but, just putting things together, and ended up learning that I really love to serve people. I love to serve them in leadership. I love to serve the community. And so that's a long, maybe it's too long for this short podcast, but, along the way, just really trying to figure out, I wish I had learned sooner that it's okay to be me. It's okay to have my natural kind of self come out sooner. I thought I needed to be super extroverted and charismatic or else I couldn't do certain things. And what I learned along the way is yeah, sometimes some of those things may be a little bit important, but it's more important to be who you are and be authentic and be
Yeah,
genuine. And when you can lean into that, that tends to resonate more with people because they see it's who you really are. So
I
I
love
don't know,
that.
leadership is a long, windy journey. I could spend a lot of time on that.
Wow, and that's a lot of what this podcast is about, so I really love that, being authentic. And was there a moment when you realized that you just should be yourself? Was there kind of a pivotal moment, or was it just sort of a gradual
I think gradual.
realization of, yeah, just I
Like
need
it,
to be
like
me?
I hear sometimes people talk about the onion. It's like layers of the onion kind of pull back until you see. I remember a pivotal moment. I don't know. Prior CEO of Ariane's name was Ron Keller, and he's kind of a quiet leader. And I remember
Mm,
watching him and thinking, oh, maybe it's okay to be a little bit more introverted. He's incredibly intelligent and
yeah,
incredibly great leader, but also was more quiet and, again, introverted, just like me. And so it kind of people along the way help give me permission, I think,
yeah.
to be that.
That's so cool. I
Yeah.
love that so much. So how do you inspire your team to do their best work? And, from 9 to 5 or whatever their hours are, how do you inspire them and keep them energized and
Yeah.
motivated?
Oh, I love that question. It's
Mm,
First, there's a really great book I recommend to leaders called Prime to Perform
okay.
by Dashi and McGregor. That really opened my eyes to a lot of things I was doing wrong or things I didn't know. But one thing that's been on my mind because I'm hearing it a lot from people, and I have been for a while, this alignment, this sense of alignment with values.
Mm,
So making sure that who I hire and who, they have the same alignment with values and, of course, with their role and with the culture and things like that. I hear that from friends in the market, though, and friends in the community and things when they get out of alignment.
yeah.
So, again, just really focusing on making sure they have that alignment is a really big ingredient to doing their best work.
Yeah. And that purpose, right? That
Yeah.
purpose of,
Yes. It's a big part of it.
and how do you, and just a deeper question along those lines. So when you're interviewing maybe a potential candidate, how do you figure out if they are aligned or not?
Yeah.
How do you, I guess, decide that or analyze that?
Yeah, it's a
Just
really good question.
yeah.
Again, something I've had to learn hard ways and wrong ways of doing, but something I've kind of landed on lately, and I don't always get it right. That's for sure. Something I try to do is kind of behavioral based questions.
Okay.
So, not just how would you handle this situation, but give me a time where it did happen and what
Mhm.
was the outcome.
Gotcha.
So I focus on those and enough of them with the different values we have. And then also just, it's really important for our team to be servant hearted. They
Yeah.
really need to love serving
Yeah.
because that's what we're about
Yeah.
with our
Yeah.
clients and our
Yeah.
community. So asking enough kind of behavioral based specific questions to understand
Yeah.
if that truly fills their bucket or not, because if it doesn't, they're going to suffer
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
everyone else will too.
Yeah, and I think it's a lot of enjoying that job, right? Having that
Yeah.
incredible experience at
Yeah.
your work where it's not
Yeah.
work is
Yes.
ideal, right?
Yes.
Where you're just like it's filling your cup so much you just can't wait to do it again the
Yeah.
next day. So
Exactly.
that's incredible. All right, so some hot topics.
Yeah.
Moving on to hot topics
Yeah.
a little bit. What is one of the hottest trends in your industry, the PEO industry?
Hottest trend. Well, of course, everyone's working on AI,
Yeah,
and I don't think the PEO industry is any different. So, finding for us, we're, in that area, finding ways of helping the team with operational efficiency. We handle a
yeah,
lot of administrative tasks on behalf of
yeah.
the clients that we serve. And so, how do we do that? Those things that they don't really want to do anyway, our team, but do it better, faster, and enhance their days. So we have, a number of things that we're working on or looking
Cool.
at in that lens. And I think we're all pretty excited about it.
I love AI has really changed the world, hasn't it? Is there anything specifically AI has done to kind of change your business? Is there maybe any kind of software you're using or some a particular example? Or maybe
Mm,
you personally, how you might use AI?
I mean, we use Copilot,
Yeah.
so in the
Gotcha.
company, and I use ChatGPT personally. Yeah, it's quite the intelligent tool. Most of
Amazing.
the time, obviously, sometimes have to check sources and things, but um, so it gives me ideas about things personally and or in the business that help me a lot.
Yeah.
Copilot helps us like do simple things like look across different areas to find what we might be looking for. We have a couple of tools that are innate to our HRIS system that are
Mhm.
bringing some automation that we're currently working on right now. So, it changes every day. I
Yeah.
mean, it seems like not literally, but sort of every morning when
Mhm.
I wake up, it's like there's a new thing. And so it's having that discernment of, how much time do you spend vetting it? How much time, are they going to be committed to it?
Uh-huh.
And then, yeah, how do you implement and make sure it's for the right reasons and
Yeah.
the right purpose?
So, um, you have your amazing employees. They're aligned, with the mission and vision of your firm, obviously. And so, what are some creative ways you've celebrated your employees or rewarded them for doing great work? That's something that I think employers kind of struggle with. How do you
Yeah.
celebrate them and reward them for doing great work or above and beyond work? I
Yeah,
suppose.
that's a really good question. I am not synonymous with the word creative, but I am. I have a lot of genuine love and care for
Yeah.
each and every employee, and I
Hmm.
think that comes out, or I hope
Yeah.
it does. One of the fun things we do is every week we have an all staff meeting and we have a recognition session, and
Nice.
so everybody on the team can recognize anybody on the team, and sometimes it goes on for 40 minutes. They
That's
just
awesome.
have so many nice things to say about each other, and it's like it just lifts everyone's spirits
Uh-huh.
because
Yeah.
you're pointing out all these positive things that
Yeah.
everyone did, and I think it really fuels everyone's day.
Yeah.
Whether you're recognized or you recognize someone else, it just does a lot for us. So I
That's
don't
a
know.
cool
That's not very
idea.
creative
No, I
necessarily.
love
Just
that though. That's a
yeah,
great
they
idea.
love it too.
I love that. We do those every once in a while at the chamber. We just intentional, thank yous or recognition. And it just the smiles on the faces are like, oh my gosh, it's kind of a little like, oh no, you're gonna recognize me. No, no. Isn't it? It feels a
Yes,
little weird when people are
yes,
recognizing you for great
yes,
work. And I
yes.
start to blush personally, and so does everybody else around the room. But it's a really neat exercise and it's very meaningful. Yeah.
Yeah,
I love
yeah.
that. That's incredible. So you work with small businesses, medium-sized businesses, and such a great asset that you are for these
Thank you.
companies like ourselves. And I'm sure you work with numerous nonprofits. How do you make customers feel loyal just instead of just satisfied? How do you
Yeah.
make your customers feel like they're special? I know the answer because I'm a customer, but how would you answer that?
Oh, well,
So,
I think a big part of that is my philosophy and the whole team's philosophy is to put their best interests in the center and the heart of everything we do.
yeah.
And to do that, you have to care a lot about them. And whether or not it benefits us or not, that's our North Star is, are we doing the best thing for this client in every single area that we serve? And
Mhm.
I hope that reverberates and they each can feel that and know that we always have their back and their best interests at heart.
Yeah.
I think that really everything just kind of works from there if you do that right.
Yeah. Well, Michelle Farrell reaches out to me, like, I think every quarter is just to
Yeah.
touch base. How's it going? What can we do to improve? Any thoughts, and I just love that so much
Yeah.
because it's just a great kind of resetting. I never have anything for improvement. I'm like, no, you guys are great. And just, how can I introduce you to more people is usually what I ask her. How
Aw.
can I, but really as a small business, professional, it's just a huge tool that is great for our employees. It helps us retain our employees because of all the wonderful things you're bringing,
Oh,
the
that's great. I love
healthcare
to
and,
hear that.
all the things and the benefits are just phenomenal. So, okay, some speed rounds. We're on the
Yeah.
drive.
Let's do
So
the speed.
speed round questions. Okay, this is called Commute Confessions. What is one habit that fuels your success? If you had to pick
Oh,
one habit
one
that
habit.
fuels your success, could be anything.
Gosh, I don't know. I feel like there's a whole pile of lucky stuff that I've had. Most of any success I've had has been through
Mm,
luck or blessings or other people.
wow, that's nice. Good.
Maybe I would say, hard work and curiosity, I think have served me very well. Assuming positive intent has
Yeah,
also served me really well. Those are things that come to my mind. But, being surrounded by the best people is
yeah.
really where it's at.
I love it. They help you feel your own success.
They do.
Yeah.
They're amazing.
I love that. So fast forward, thinking about the future, very futuristic here. What's maybe your 30-second prediction about what business will look like in 5 years, let's say?
Yeah, I know everyone probably gravitates towards AI
Yeah,
and technology. I'm going to take a different path
Okay.
with that question.
Love it.
I think that we all crave purpose and connection as humans, and I think that's going to accelerate and continue to accelerate. And I think that may open up gaps for businesses to fill, for businesses to become more focused on. At least I hope so.
Yeah. Finding your purpose.
Yeah.
Again, if you find your purpose, it's not really going to work every day in a way.
No, and you just shine and you do great work.
Yeah. I love that. Okay. First car. What was your very first car or fun car story or anything you can want to relate to about
My
cars?
first car was a Ford Festiva. Do you ever heard of
sure.
those?
Yeah.
It was like a tin can that if you tick, 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 if you tapped your fingernail on the side, it would sound like a pop can. It had automated nothing. I think it was like a 1990 Ford Festiva, and it had like the windows. I
Crank?
always worked on my biceps and the steering because there was no. But it was fun. It was a stick shift, and it got me around, and it was cheap to drive, and it worked. Thankfully, I never had an accident, so
Well, that's the
my
thing.
golf cart, so to speak, wouldn't have.
Yeah. Oh gosh. And my first car was a Toyota MR2,
That's it.
little 2-seater. And once I realized I couldn't get it insured, and I was pregnant with twins, they were like, we can't insure your car. And I was trying to go with Geico, I think it was. And they're like, we won't insure a car this small because it's too dangerous.
Oh my gosh.
And then the guy on the phone was like, plus you have twins. And I'm like, okay, maybe that means I should get a different. And I promptly went out and got a different car. I got like a huge Ford Bronco or something because I'm like, oh, he's wrong. He's not wrong.
Yeah.
He's not wrong.
Oh my gosh, they wouldn't even insure it.
Yeah,
Wow, you
they
take the cake. They
wouldn't even insure it. Like, nope, it's a death trap. I'm like, oh my gosh. Driving home at that day, it's like so crazy.
Oh, that's great.
Is there anything else you want to impart your words of wisdom on our audience today, Melissa?
No, I just would say thank you to you for all you do in our community and shining so bright in what you do. It's clear that you're meant for this and you do a great job.
I found my purpose in life,
It's obvious.
and I don't, it's not like this is not work to me. It's fun. It's really fun, which,
Love it.
It's,
Thank goodness.
And I love our community. I love serving all the amazing people and all the relationships. And, I feel so grateful for this community. I love it so much. So
Me too. It's a
and
great
I love
one.
you. So thank you for your support of the West Des Moines Chamber. And I love your team and your staff and all that you've created. So thank you, Melissa Ness, founder and CEO of Connectify HR. And thank you for being on the drive today.
Yeah, thanks for having me on the drive.
And listen to and fro when you're coming to and from work. And we appreciate ITA Group for helping us make this podcast possible. So see you next time on The Drive. Thank you all. The Drive, fast, fresh, and full of ideas for the leaders of today and tomorrow.